Hello again. What's up, everybody? I am back. Matt, what's going on? Ginger Muslim, what's up? How you doing? Wanted Ben, what's going on? So this is the second stream of the day. And we are gonna get started in a minute. Just finish up the last bites of unhealthy food. And then I'll be ready. But I hope everybody's doing well. Let's see. Checking on a few things. Making sure everything is going okay. Yeah, it looks like Red Hulk went under 29 million. But that's about right. All right. I'm gonna do your 5-star, your 5 collector runs live soon. Good luck, my friend. All right. Let's get this air server going. See, I cleared my path in AQ. Whoops. That is not what I meant to do. There we go. Let's launch you. Let's move you over here. Switch over and hello. How y'all doing? So I was live earlier for just an hour. I went live and did the side event quest just to get enough 5-star shards to open up or to buy another Mystic Science crystal. So now we have 4 of them that we're going to open up later on after the stream. I might, well, I was going to say I might save it, but I'm going to, and I can put out another video for today. I also have the next war, the latest war number 8. Already done and ready to go, so I could do that, but I'll probably go ahead and open that up after I finish my arena for today. All right, so let's get into this arena here. New arena, round 2, and we will start with the 6-star as we always do. I mean the 5-star featured as we always do. And we'll go with our lowest 4 stars until win streak 5, and then we just take off. But on Kit, what's up? How you doing, man? I've got Quake, so I'm not really saving units or revives. Yeah, when you can Quake, man, Quake is a beast. I just don't like that style. But she is definitely a beast. All right. So how's everybody doing today? I am relaxing. What I was doing earlier, playing some Warframe with my sister. And we just played for a short bit today. We played for hours yesterday, which is why I don't have a video. I didn't have a video ready this morning. 133G Money, what's up, man? How you doing? But you know, we played for hours yesterday. Got a few things done, and then last night I was gonna go live get the shards, and then have an opening for tomorrow. I mean, for this morning. I was going to have that video going. But instead, I went out, got a pizza, and sis decided to order something as well after I ordered something. So it took a little bit longer than I had planned for it to. And we got back here at like 10 o'clock at night. And I ate and we played some more. I didn't actually get to bed until about midnight, and I didn't get to sleep until maybe 1:30, I want to say. And I still wanted to do the Sunday arena to get the 1,000 shards from there. Don't know if I did or not, but I ended up just running my 4 stars, and I accidentally ran some of my 5 stars in there late this morning, so they won't be ready until later, but it's all good. Jaren, what's up, man? I was live streaming earlier. You missed the Apex Predator song. We played it just for you, man. J Mania, what's up? What's up? How you doing? But yeah, I was streaming earlier, just for an hour, and we'll see how long I go with this stream right now, because I'm still tired. My sleep pattern got all mixed up when I was grinding for Red Goblin, who, by the way, is now rank 3. During that last level up, I took up every one of my Red Goblins. The only one I didn't max out was the 4-star. I took the 4-star to rank 4. My Cosmic Advancement score, after I used some signature stones too, was 166,000 points in that. Killed it. Didn't do so much with the next advancements, but that one at the same time as the level up, had to do it. The level up was also over 100,000, but yeah, I took him straight to 3. Took the 3-star all the way up. And the reason that I did that, because I used to be a little bit more conservative about those, because I didn't want to get into the position where I didn't have any resources to take a 5-star up and a level up event came. And what I would do is I would keep my 3 stars and 2 stars low level, so that if in a case of an emergency, I can rank them up so I can still get those units from the level up. But with us being able to get the 3 stars left and right like we're doing, I should be okay. And I do still have a few 3 stars that I can rank up and level up if I need to. So I didn't level up everybody, but I couldn't pass that up. Cosmic Advancement and the level up at the same time, had to do it. How many points do we need to get the 1,000 5-star shards in the Sunday arena? J-Mania, I always put up a little over 4 million. Sometimes I put up 5, but I've so far gotten the 1,000 shards, and I think I went over 4 million, but I heard someone say that 3.7 they got the 1,000 shards with. So I don't know. School has you stressed right now? Yeah. School has a way of doing that sometimes. I'm assuming you just made an opening video. Nope, I didn't. Not yet. Where's the smile on your face? No. I'll do that video after the stream. And then we'll see. But yeah, I wouldn't make the opening video before I was going to grind, because then might mess up and see something. Maybe I got a new champion, and before I can make the video, people would see it in the arena. So I never do that. When I do opening videos, they're always in between arena. So I could have done an opening video early this morning, but I didn't. So now it's got to be after the stream. Gotta be able to put the video out with enough time for people to see it before having it spoiled in my normal streams. And I just keep that pattern. Even if I don't get any new champions or anything like that, I just keep that pattern going. It's just simpler that way. And normally I will put it out 7:30 in the morning, but I spent so much time yesterday playing Warframe with my sister. We went out and grabbed something to eat, and I just didn't have the time. And my plan was to do what I did this morning last night. Then I would have had the shards, and I would have done a crystal opening last night or early in the morning, in time to get that video out long before I was going to stream. But I didn't do it last night, so I didn't have it ready, and I had to live stream so that we can get those 5-star shards. I didn't even know how many were available. I just knew that there were 5-star shards available, and I was hoping there'd be enough to get me to another crystal, and we did. And we got it. So now we have 5 crystals to open up, 1 featured, 4 mystic and science. And we even have a 6-star, which I'm kind of waiting on. But I will open that one up as well. If I could get, because I haven't even done Cavalier difficulty. That's another stream. I will probably do that tomorrow. So I may wait on the 6-star opening until I get done with Cavalier and the monthly event. Ooh, he backed up. That was a good strategy, though, because I was about to knock him. Epinosis, what's up? Happy Monday to you as well, sir. Redwood Original, what's up? How you doing, man? I think I get around 4.5 million. Yeah, I don't remember. I thought someone said 3.7. I normally put up 4 and some change, or 5. I was going to do 2 grinds, and I would have had 5 million. Just doing one more round with my 4 stars, but I decided to just give that a rest. If I don't get the 1,000, that's fine. Still had quite enough, and more than I was expecting. Because those 5,000 shards is not what I would normally get. Yeah, buddy. Now how you feeling? Oh. Whew. There we go. Go to bed early? Yeah, I need to. Bobby, what's up? Welcome back, Bobby. Legend 300. What's up, man? Picked up the Red Hulk dupe last round. Congratulations, man. Yeah, I was so tired when I made that video. You saw I was in the 4-star arena thinking I was in the 5-star. I mean the 4-star leaderboards thinking I was in the 5-star leaderboards. I was very, very tired. And still ain't get to sleep until like 1 something. That's what happens. Man Falcon, what's up, man? How you doing? Farming units for Cyber Weekend. I farm units all the time. Not just for Cyber Weekend. I farm units in case they have a really good offer, whether it's on Cyber Weekend or in between. I've gotten offers after completing certain content. So, oh yeah. All right, let's do the 5 stars now. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do that. I missed the end. Did you jump into the 3rd chapter of the side event? Yeah, I did. And got like 3,000 5-star shards from it. I know it's hard to answer this, but how many units would you say you get in a week just from Arena? No clue, because I don't track it, so I have no idea. What am I waiting for with the Cav EQ? I was waiting for an event quest completion, and I had a bunch of energy refills, and I was gonna do that live and just do, you know, as much as I could, use up those energy refills. But then the event quest completion came, and it was late, and I didn't want to live stream it, and there wasn't a lot of time left. There was like 3 hours left on it, and I'm like, all right, I need to just go ahead and do something. So I went into Master, and I just did that instead. Got the units, and I think I got all the milestones for it. But yeah, that's I wanted to live stream the Cavalier difficulty. And I think another time I did uncollected, and I did the same thing for that event quest completion. So that's all I was waiting for. Just the right time. I got around 5,000 units as of now, but trying to get as high as possible for Cyber Monday. Understandable. But yeah, someone calculated it before. It's easy to calculate, at least from the arenas. You know how many units are available, so just go through the 4-star arenas, both the basic and the ha, busted. Look at the arenas, because I get the milestones for every arena except for the 2-star. The 2-star arena, I only get that 30,000 milestone. So just add them all up, and you know how many arenas we do in a week. So I would say multiply it times 2. And that'll give you a rough idea, at least from the milestones. But I also get units from the events, the solo objectives. All right, who we got? Yeah. So I get units from there, and like you heard me saying before, you know, I try to get the units that are available, like in the event quest completion or any of them that have units, I usually get them. The event quest completion is the only one that I might miss one or two, because if I don't have enough energy refills to get it without using units, it's not worth it. Ooh, hello. You will get you'll spend units to get units. It doesn't work. All good in the hood, my dog. About to jump on the arena grind and uncollected EQ myself. Okay, fair enough. All right, so that's our first recovery. We'll keep going, but the minute I lose points because of these crashes, I'm gonna start timing my runs and just restarting the game like every 15 minutes. But we got the recovery this time, so we're good for right now. There we go. Also, I plan on getting all the 6-star shards offer, so I can get as many new 6 stars just for arena grinding. Oh yeah, that's what's up, man. I've moved on to the 6 stars myself, so I was sort of in a transitional the last cyber weekend that we had, and I think I got like the first offer that was targeting, you know, folks that are interested in the 5-star game, and then all the rest of them, I think I did the 6-star stuff. Ooh, there we go. But this time it's going to be straight 6-star stuff. I'm at that point now where the only thing that interests me is 6-star shards and 6-star champions. The only 5 stars right now that I even really want is Aegon and Doom and Human Torch. That's it. Anybody else is nice to have, but those I really want, because they will help me in the abyss. I can do it without Human Torch. I can do it without Doom, but not without Aegon. I'm not doing it. I can do it, but I'm not doing it. It'll be more costly. How good do you think the Cyber Weekend deals will be? They're always good. I don't think I passed on any Cyber Weekend deal that they've had. They usually offer several packages geared towards different levels of progression. And let's do that. And the only question is, which one did you want? That's it. Because they're usually all good. Also, in your opinion, is the offer that pop up after you do Cavalier monthly worth the units? I got it. For me, it was a very, very good offer. But when you look at it in terms of, do you need the stuff that's in there? And do you have the units? But I got it. I think it was a very, very good offer. All right, come on, Doom. Come on. Big boy Doom. Going up against X23. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Ooh, we got lucky. I didn't mean to finish my combo that time because I had a shock on me. And if I finish my combo, he usually just backslaps you. But that time he decided to fire a special off, so we got lucky. Okay. Got that evade out of you. Woohoo! So all them evade failed. That one didn't. But it didn't matter. PMP, what's up? How you doing, man? On Kit, does unlocking a mastery and upgrading it affect your PI? Some of them, yeah. Like the suicide masteries. If you upgrade them, and that means, I'm assuming you mean put points into them. That's why the PI of a lot of my champs are so high. Some masteries don't really affect everyone the same way, though. But like suicide, they affect everyone. LordShaedow gets 1070 units weekly if he does all the milestones for every arena, except for the 2-star. I just do 30,000 in the 2-star. But I also get units elsewhere. The any objective that pops up, I get them there. And of course, we're not counting the battle chips and the units that you get in the battle chips. I had that nice big opening already, right? And I'm back up to 4 million. Because I live in that arena. I wonder what happens when Iceman, Havoc and Iceman become horsemen of the apocalypse. I don't know. Ugh. Messed up and fired off the light attack before I had the Fury up. Don't stop. Get it, get it. Oh, oh, oh. I was all set to take this guy up, since I always use him. But I don't think I ever did. I think he's still rank 4. Here you go, my Starkey. Woo! That damage. Yeah, I was tired in your stream, especially with the boing sound you did while you thought you was in the 5-star arena. I had to do that one, man. I did 33.8 mil ranked, 123. Missed my shout out. Left a message Discord later. Yeah, I saw your comment on the video and replied to it. I think it was the comment and not the Discord one. But yeah, man, so tired. All right, but I'll check it. I'll check it, Legend. I think in total weekly, if no money spent for LordShaedow, is around 1.2 units, including events. Okay, good estimate. Like I said, I've not tracked it, so I don't know. Whoops. Relentless, what's up, man? You just opened a 6-star and got G-Halt. I would be super excited, but just took my 5-star to rank 4. Isn't that how it happens? Isn't that exactly how it happens, man? Yeah, let's do that one. All right, Bobby, take care, man. Yeah, let's do that. This time it was backwards. Oh, I've had it to where I grind for a champion and then open up a crystal for him and get him after I grind. Had that happen to me before. Here we go. Sure, you answered it already, but who is your team you're gonna use for EQ Cav? I'll probably be going in there with a Ghost team, and then bringing in, you know, maybe a couple of others, depending on who's available and who I need to fight. I want to bring in, you know, like Nick Fury. Maybe Omega Red. We'll see, though. You know, I might bring in somebody specifically for the bosses. But we'll see. Woo! And that was timing. He ain't get his special 3. Now, if only 6-star OG Wolvie was in the pool, just took him to rank 4. I still want a Wolvie. I actually like the new arenas they had. I was able to run my rank 1 5s together. Yeah. Well, you should be able. Well, no, because it is back to the matchmaking of before, where that's dangerous to do. Yep. But the AI changes should be in, so even though you will get a death match, they are still winnable now. Possibly, depending on who you have to fight against and who you brought to the party. Pulled Havoc from featured 5-star. Got a new god tier, I suppose. Oh yeah, Havoc is awesome, man. I use him all the time. And not just against Korg. Alright. Let's do that. And you. There we go. Magna! Hello, how you doing, man? Welcome, welcome. Oh, man. Good water. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, Havoc was my first Korg killer. I didn't have Omega Red. And I remember I saw Seaton's video on him. And at the time, I needed a counter for Korg in Alliance War, because I was facing him a lot on the path that I had, and I did not have a counter, so I almost always died. I think there was one time I didn't, and got the one shot, but I just didn't have anybody for him, and I didn't know how to fight him. And Seaton was testing the 3-star, and that 3-star did a crazy amount of damage on their special 3. And also, I saw in their kit, I wasn't in the CCP at the time, but I saw that they were very good for Korg. That's all I needed. And so when they were in the arena, round 2, I went for him, and he went low, because people, you know, there was not a lot of hype around him. And I was like, folks sleeping on him. I use him in EQ. In AQ all the time. He is my cord killer. He also handles that Electro and Mephisto that I have to fight sometimes. And yeah, he's awesome, man. If I get him now, my Havoc is 565. I was killing Korgs in AQ map 7 from the time Havoc was rank 3. He was rank 3, and I was tearing up that Korg. And I remember Super Vega Man, he had been watching, and he was seeing that I was taking him out, not losing a lot of health, and I run suicide, so I'm going to lose a little bit of health anyway. But I wasn't losing a lot of health, and he would watch, and he saw how quick I was able to take him down, and that was at a rank 3. And so I became the designated Korg killer. I was assigned the paths that had Korg on it for pretty much all the variations. Now, they've taken Korg out of, I think, one of the variations. Let's see, let's grab you, and where are you, homie? There you are. But for all the ones where Korg is, I still have to fight him. And Havoc tears him up. You know what? Let's do that. Yeah, we can do that too. Havoc also crushes any energy damage nodes or champs. Yep. And physical resistance doesn't bother Havoc. He's doing energy damage. Do you feel Havoc or Namor has more uses? They both have good uses. So I don't know if I would say one has more over the other. They both have a variety of uses. I don't have a Namor. But he's also quite good at killing Korg. I remember having a discussion not that long ago. It might have been that long ago now. Over who was a better Korg killer. And at that time it was between Havoc, who I said I felt was the best Korg killer, and Omega Red. And I think we ended up with Havoc out of the box, doesn't need to be awakened, and is a Korg killer. Omega Red is not going to be a better Korg killer or be able to do what Havoc does until, you have him awakened and sigged up, really. You can do it without either of those things, though. At the time, I never had a Omega Red, but then I got the 6-star the beginning of this year. And I took the 6-star to rank 2, unawakened. And I had to fight Korg on that Mix Master. Wasn't fun. And only recently I got an Omega Red, and I took him all the way to rank 5. Maxed out his SIG, and he now takes the place of the 6-star rank 2 unawakened, and he is a beast. How's she gonna intercept me like that? Quit that, girl. No, girl. Don't nobody want to get hit with that hammer. Get him. There we go. Planning to do Abyss Path 1 with Aegon, 6-star Human Torch, Symbiote Supreme, Hitmonkey, and Void. I've never gone into the Abyss Magna, so I'm probably the worst person to ask. However, I know that Aegon and Human Torch are extremely good, especially for that easy path. Symbiote Supreme can take the place of Doom. I don't know. I know Void also can take the place of who he can take the place of. Might be Doom as well. But yeah, that's a decent team. I don't know about Hitmonkey, so I can't say. But I have heard folks saying alternate teams, and Void and Symbiote Supreme are some alternates if you don't have all of the 4 horsemen. One of them can take the place of Nick Fury. I forget which one. But I've not been in there, so I don't know for sure. I'm the Hyperion killer in my alliance. It's stressful. Hyperion, yeah. He is stressful. But he still deals a great chunk of damage undo. Oh yeah. I made a video on it on Kit. Some people were saying Omega Red needs to be awakened. And I disagree. But when I say a champion needs to be awakened, it means that I'm not using that champion unless they're awakened. They're pretty much useless unawakened. That's what I mean if I say a champion needs to be awakened. Nick Fury needs to be awakened. He's, I wouldn't use him unless he was awakened. When I got him, I was going to use a gem on him because there was no way. Oh my goodness. Wow. Is that how you going to do me? We got to pay attention. And see, she's awakened, so she ain't gonna die to my special. But we gonna fire it off anyway. I rank them about the same. Think it's preference. If you have the SIGs for... Oh, hey, we got her. For Namor, both have utility and burst damage. I don't think Namor's regen is always useful. Nah. Didn't they nerf that a little bit in the past, his regen? But yeah, a lot of it is preference. So like I said, like if you're fighting Korg, they both, are Korg killers. And now Namor, in my opinion, needs to be max Sig. He's one of those that needs to be awakened, in my opinion. And have a high Sig. Maxed, in fact. If I had a Namor, chances are I would not be using him until he was awakened with a maxed out Sig, or at least like 170, 180. If you have a non-aggressive AI, you will eat that dot damage while waiting to strike. The 4-star showed me that. What I'll often do, if they don't fight, I'll hit into their block. So they'll either fight me, or I'll just keep attacking their block. That's about all you can do until they actually attack. For Ragnarok is in the house. Here we go. Is it going to be a beta for the Falcon and Gambit bug? I'm not sure. What's up, Slack Starfish? I don't know. I know folks are already discussing it. Of course, I can't tell you anything, but we're already discussing different things about the champion proposed buffs. But that's all I can really say. Can't even tell you if I like him, hate him. Can't say anything. I took Falcon to rank 4 with the 2015 gem in anticipation of the buff. I'm ready to rank 5 him if it's spicy. That is a good attitude to have. Erjo, what's up? This round, I'm only doing milestones, just like I did last round. If you mean, you know, for the 5,000 5-star shards, I will be doing same as I did before, about 22 million. It's not really any reason to go higher. Wow, another crash. Shreejoy, you're back. Welcome back. Thanks for the input, guys. Trying to decide who to rank up first. It might be Havoc just because my alliance needs him on D. Now on D, I would say having him awakened is useful. Does it take so long to fix a bug that boots you out of the game? But if it was something that benefits us, just don't understand kabam. Honestly, unless you're a programmer, you're not gonna understand, nor should you. I'm actually a programmer, so I get it. You know, I've had to hunt down bugs that took me days to figure out and locate, and then took me 5 seconds to fix. Then I've also found where, you know, it took a little bit to find the bug. You found it, but in finding that bug, you discovered several others that someone may have coded around. And when that happens, you can't just fix it, because in fixing it, you'll break other things. I know most of you guys are, you know, young generation, but I'm sure you guys remember or have at least heard of MS-DOS, the operating system, right? Before Windows or anything like that, you had MS-DOS, right? There was an operating system called Dr. DOS. Dr. DOS was superior to MS-DOS. There were some issues and some bugs in MS-DOS that Dr. DOS corrected, and it was superior. It did not catch on. You know why? Because MS-DOS already had a large base. People had written code that took advantage of, or at least worked around, the bugs in MS-DOS. So when Dr. DOS fixed those bugs, he actually broke thousands of applications. And as a programmer, they weren't about to, you know, deal with Dr. DOS. They just made theirs run on MS-DOS. So bug fixing is not always straightforward and simple, is the bottom line. Sometimes to fix that bug may require a complete rewrite of several things. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you just, instead of trying to fix it, you try to find a way to just patch it up. The problem is you have too many patches, and eventually somebody got to fix something, and then you got to do a rewrite, and it's much more work than it was originally, because you have to also deal with all the patches as well. But if you're trying to get it done quick and dirty, that's what happens. All right. Yep, they nerfed Namor's regen from 6% to 3%, missing health. Yeah, I thought so. Took my 6-star Omega to rank 3. He's worthy. He's absolutely worthy. Took me a year and a half, but I finally have him at max sig. Last month and the month before helped get me like 140 sigs, no joke. Oh, Kabam, Slack. Kabam has increased considerably the 5-star signature stones. Want to know why? Because the top prestige game has already moved on to 6 stars. Now, 6-star sig stones are the big thing. There was a time where I bought every single offer for units that included sig stones, 5-star sig stones, every single one, because I was so hungry for them, because they would help me, you know, with my prestige. Now, the only 5-star that I want that'll help my prestige is Doom. That's it. So now, when I see offers for the 5-star sig stones, I'm just like, whatever. We also are getting them in objectives. So we're getting quite a bit now, but that's why. Now it's more about, like, you get a Namor, now you'll be able to max him out faster than you used to be able to. But yeah, Doom is the only one that will affect my prestige in any significant way right now. To get my prestige up to where it needs to be in my alliance, I need a rank 3, 6-star, awakened, high prestige, and get some SIGs. And guess what? When was the last time you saw 6-star SIG stones offered for units? They don't do it very often. Same thing they did with the 5 stars. That is how they control the prestige. And those who spend money, that's why they have an advantage, because Kabam offers those. That's their moneymaker. Kabam offers the 6 stones that affect the highest prestige for money. Now that the 5 stars no longer can get you top prestige, they are fine with having those more in the game. Now it's 6 stars. So now if I see any deals for 6-star sig stones for units, I'll get them. But chances are they're going to make them very expensive, and they're almost never good deals. But that's how they control that. You need a 5-star Warlock so bad on Kit? Yeah, you do. He's awesome, man. I love mine. Namor isn't awakened, so Omega took his place. Fair enough. Let's do that. Let's quake and shake. Nah, not me. Mikey, what's up? There's nothing worse than having 9,000 6-star shards with 2 weeks left in the month. Oh, man. And you've done everything that you can do to get them 6 stones? Can you get more 5 stars? Maybe you'll get lucky and dupe a bunch. Sounds funny to say get lucky to dupe, right? Did you do the side quest? I know there's some in there. I feel like either way, most of the 2015 skill champs are terrible. I'm guessing he'll at least become a high demigod after the buff. Yeah, he's Kabam has had a good history. Their champions reworks and such are always good. They don't always put the champion up to where you just say, oh, I gotta rank 5 this guy. Not always. Most of the time, though, they're rank 5 worthy. Always rank 4 worthy. And depending on how much you plan to use them, they could be rank 5 worthy as well. Falcon is not going to get a massive buff. I'm not sure though. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't think it was a big rework. How does Havoc's awakened ability? What does Havoc's awakened ability do? He just has a chance to gain the plasma charges faster. So you could understand why you might want to do that for defense. But for offense, doesn't really matter. It's a solid update. He's definitely going to be much better. Oh yeah, it'll be much more transformative than a tune-up. I'm pretty sure Venom was an update too, and we can see how much better he is now. Yep. MF Different, what's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, C++ things. You know it, man. Both, I started with C, moved on, also learned C++, and later, C Sharp. Yep, there we go. Ooh, attack phase has started. It's not C related. It's a tabular info eating app. Wow. Alrighty then. Let's just do the first one here. I'm still irritated that I have no way of getting through the 6.2 Sinister. I don't have any synergy champs to give my Warlock a Fury. Slack, do you have Hyperion? I did it with Hyperion. Ghost can also do it. It's not a fun fight, but she can do it. But basically, if you have someone that's poison immune, gets a Fury, then they can do it, even though it might be annoying. And I did it once with Heimdall. I mean, with Hyperion. And then I said, I'm not stepping foot in there until I get Warlock or Heimdall. Well, I have both of them now. Still haven't been back in there, but I'm going to. This side event is the best ghost training area I've ever seen. Yep. Love it. Love it. You mean you can't just hit it with a hammer to fix it? Have you turned it off and turned it back on? Have you tried turning it on? I'm gonna tell you, if you're a tech geek, look up the bastard operator from hell. Look that up. It was humor that I got because I grew up on a Unix operating system. And a lot of what he was doing, I was like, oh, wow. It helps if you, have done like system administrating before, or you're familiar with the operating system, that was used back then, which was Unix and that kind of thing. But, oh my goodness, he was hilarious. And I think he ended up writing a book as well. But you guys should look that up. Bastard Operator from Hell. Funny. Whoop, see my red goblin over there. Rank 3, baby. I just can't progress until I get a 5-star Heimdall. I waited a long time. I ended up doing all the variants, and like I said, I still haven't been in there past that first time. Interesting story about operating system. Seems like a choice between diarrhea or constipation. Yeah, Uh-oh, we got Mickey Momo! The Mickey Momo is an attitude. The Mickey Momo is a mellow mood. Your Momo when you drink your lemonade. Your Momo soaking in a marinade. I know you're Mickey cause I'm Momo too. So I know what you're going through. But there's no Momo whenever I get close to you. What's up, Momo? How you doing, man? The man Moses, what's up, what's up? Man Falcon, I think I said what's up already. All right, let's see. If next week's side quest has 800, then I'll be able to open one next Monday. Let's see here, let's do that. They rarely offer 6 stars, 6 stones for money right now. They have to keep the 6-star stone availability low. Yep. If not, then Kabam would have to move to 7 stars for the Prestige Wars. Exactly, Mac. Exactly. It's business. It's straight business. People don't understand it because they don't understand business. You know, this is a game for us, but it's a business for them. And you know what businesses do? What's the goal of a business? Make that money. A business that's not profitable, even non-profit businesses, by the way, are no exception. Boogie! Ooh! Man, Domino is so much more annoying to fight. Now she can make Ghost phase fail. Oh yeah. Didn't used to happen, but now she's a freaking Magneto for Ghost praise. Oh yeah, I hate fighting Domino. Hate fighting Domino. Smash that like button. Hey, Hades, what's up, man? Thank you, man. Yeah, any likes are appreciated, guys. They definitely help me out. Oh, and I think I told you guys this, and some of you who were here will remember. Do you remember I was telling you that YouTube was doing some shenanigans? And I went to look at my streams for the past, like, 4 days. And they were limited. Ad limited, which means I was not getting the ad revenue that I could have been getting, and that's already low. And so I'm like, why? You know, they were flagged as unsuitable for most advertisers, which means their bots caught something. Don't know what. So I clicked to have them reviewed, and I told you guys what would happen, and it did. Everyone that was manually reviewed was okayed. But by the time it was okayed, it had already gotten most of the views it was going to get. So I missed out on all that ad revenue. They don't do anything to compensate you for that kind of thing either. It's just lost revenue, even though it was due to their system. Now, what would be nice is if when they detected that, because they know how many views, they can tell, you know, roughly what's the average ad revenue that would have been made on it. They have all that information. And so they could easily have compensated me for that, since it was not anything that I did. But that's not how YouTube rolls. This is a way that I'm not saying this is why they did it, but this is the kind of thing that a lot of smaller YouTubers have to deal with. Already not making that much, and unless our viewers and our subscribers are supporting us heavily, we will not make enough to survive. Unless we'd have to get very, very large. And then, surprisingly enough, a lot of those issues don't happen. Let me have like 1 million subscribers. That don't happen. Give me that fury. Oh, caught me going backwards. No, son. I'm wise to your ways now. Get that up. There we go. If the Falcon buff is not good, his name will be Scam Wilson. Wow. Aiden, what's up, man? How you doing? What do you think about adding extra health attack values or buffs for types of class or numbers each month. Oh, hashtags, I'm assuming. Each month given the event's quest theme. Oh, I see what you mean. So boosting them, like say defensive, depending on the theme, they get extra health and things like that. Pretty much the kind of stuff that they're doing in Alliance War, right? Depends on where they put it. I'm not a great fan of increasing health and attack values at all. They seem to go nuts. And then I'm taking heavy block damage, half my health gone, and they ain't touch me. See, that's not fun. Not fun at all. There we go. Doing Cav 100% now, easier than last month. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it eventually. There's so much that I need to do. I got to get done with the event quest. We're getting close to the end here. I don't think I have any of them 100%ed. So I might work on that, and I might just start. If I get another event quest, I might just go ahead and knock out Cavalier, and I'll get units, but that won't be the reason. I'll maybe just start getting energy refills just to get it done. But we still have time. Once I get it initially cleared, what I'll probably do is every time I have some energy, just run through. I've just been so busy recently doing all kind of other stuff, but I'm got to get that monthly event quest done. Don't want to miss out. I think if they communicated as you just did, people might understand a bit more about when bugs happen. Thanks for the clarity. Legend. Part of my training was to do just what I did. To take from the business people who didn't always get the non-business people and the tech people. And I was trained to be the liaison, but I never did it because I wanted to stay tech. I preferred to program, not to do any kind of managerial position. A couple of jobs tried to strong arm me into it because, from their perspective, tech folks are a dime a dozen. They can get somebody who can program better than me by all means, because I was never a really great programmer, but I was above average. And they could get some really genius level programmers in there, but a lot of times those programmers did not know how to communicate very well. And I could talk to them and understand them, and talk to the business people and understand them. That's why I stayed in college one extra year. 5 years I was in college, but I got 2 degrees out of it. What I did was I looked early, and I had a computer science with an information emphasis degree. And I noticed that there were a lot of business classes. Then I looked at the business degree and I said, So what I did was, as part of my, first degree, which was computer information systems, I had to take some electives. So what I did was I made sure that the electives that I took were requirements for the business degree. And when I got done, I still had about a year worth of classes for the secondary degree and got them both. So I have both degrees, but I only really used my computer degree because that's all I was really interested in. But that is the kind of thing that they would have happily hired me to do, because there weren't that many people that they had that could do that. You know, get a programmer, sure. Grab them out of college, teach them, you know, what you need them to do. You know, that they could do. But having somebody that can communicate both to the business people and to the tech people, that was something that was desirable. And it paid more. So that should tell you how much I love tech, because I refused to get paid more to be in those positions, because those positions would have taken me away from the thing that I loved, which was programming. I would have, you know, I could have programmed in my spare time, but it wouldn't have been the same. And I would have also had to deal with people more often, and I didn't want to do that. All right. Just check the Falcon and Gambit will be the update numbers and minor changes. Flexus, what's up, man? How you doing? Marvel movie can beat 6.2 Sinister easy. Yeah, she's poison immune and she gets Furies. Yeah, let's do that. Warlock or no Warlock? Wow. That fight is never fun. Nah, it wasn't. Nope, don't have a Hyperion, Medusa, Ghost, or Captain Marvel as 5 stars. Wow. Yeah, just wait, Slack. Yeah, Eric, what's up, man? Yeah, if you have a Heimdall and Angela, you can do it. Hey, Shadow, how can you not get tired of McCoy? Just can't stand it for too long. Oh, are you McCoy or MCOC? Leopoldo, what's up? Just playing AQ and EQ, sometimes Arena. I have a high tolerance, and it helps that I find this relaxing most of the time. It can get frustrating, but most of the time, like what I'm doing here, this is soothing to me. I'm chatting with you guys, grinding the arena a little bit. Oh yeah, having a ball. And, you know, after the stream, I will end up watching TV with my sister and finishing out the arena. It's very therapeutic for me. So that helps. Oh, yeah. Whoop 'em, whoop 'em, whoop 'em. It is. You were talking about Microsoft Docs. That's why I called it non-C related, but I know programming is related to C, Java, etc. languages. No, I wasn't talking about Microsoft Docs. Yeah, I figured that's what you meant, Leopoldo. MCOC. I was like, McCoy? But I like Java more than C++. A lot of people do. Java has more uses in websites and internet protocols. Keep in mind, on Kit, that when Java first came out, it was incomplete. It's now complete. Jarne Stroustrup, he's the one that created C++. People often asked him, is Java the language you would have made if you were not constrained to make it your language C compatible? And he said no. And he also said, you guys are going to see Java is an incomplete language, and you're going to see that over time they're going to be adding, and they sure did. Now it's complete, but at the time it was not. Java was also referred to by some as C++ on training wheels, because in C++ you had an option of different programming styles, whereas Java was made to be object-oriented programming. And while you might be able to try and force it not to, program that way. It was made for that. C++, you had options. You could do object-oriented, and that took some discipline. I remember one time I was looking for work, and let's see, did I passed, didn't I? Yep. I was looking for work, and one of the headhunters knew what he was doing. And I told him, I had a little bit of Java experience, but I had been programming in C++ for, at the time, like 6-7 years. And he was like, oh, so then you shouldn't have too much of a problem. Because after he asked me a few questions, I pointed out that I program in an object-oriented style with C++. And he understood that a C++ programmer of 7 years who programs in an object-oriented style is going to be better at programming in Java than a Java programmer that may have, say, a year of experience. But yeah, also Java had some issues with memory leaks. Its platform independence was, the way it got platform independence is that it created its own platform on different operating systems. And there were some early issues with memory leaks as well. Oh yeah. But yeah, Java was a fun language as well. I like C++ myself. And when I started doing websites seriously, we ended up using C# eventually, and I love C#. Absolutely love C# for building websites. And that's pretty much, if you were to ask me to build a website for you today from scratch, which a lot of people don't need anymore, the last project that I did in C# using Microsoft's .NET framework. And I absolutely love it. But that's also because, I love C when C was all I knew. And then I loved C++ when I started learning that one, because they were very similar. And then C#, I believe C# was based on the same languages that C and C++ were, not on C++ as some people figured. Now that I think about it, I don't think I have it turned on. I'll try that. Well, I have both Falcon and Gambit and hope they do them right. Me too. Have you ever seen a British comedy called The IT Crowd? No. I like some British comedies. I haven't seen any recently. But like, Are You Being Served? Are You Being Served Again? Keeping Up Appearances. Yeah, I do like some British comedies. Momo, you doing okay? Cool. Hold on, let me catch up to the chat because I've gotten far behind. Solar Flare, what's up? How you doing, man? It's Creepat. Wait, it's Creepa21. How you doing? My opinion on Mr. Sinister? He makes an annoying defender if you don't have the right counter to him. But he's a decent champion. Yeah, I got Gambit Awakened as a 5-star. I kind of get the sense that he might be kind of nice after the buff. I just get that vibe. I have a Gambit, so I can't wait. I just got 6-star Bishop. Big sad. Anyway, howdy. Joshua, what's up, man? Bishop's not horrible. Sinister was super disappointing. I have him duped as a 6-star, and he just does absolutely nothing. He's just a story boss cheat code. Well, I run suicides, and that special one transfers all that over to my enemy, and then I can pause it by firing off a heavy. So fire the special one, then parry, and then just hold the heavy. And it extends and pauses all the debuffs, including the stun that you just did. Yeah, he's not that bad. I've just been told he is really good. All right, it's Creeper. Is that how you say your name, Creeper? Did I get that right? Creeper. Welcome to the shadows. You are the latest shadow dweller. Appreciate you for following me. Thank you, thank you. Started a month ago and got him as a 4-star, so yes, okay. Got you. Rich the Man did a video today on that. Let me see, bro. Any tips on getting 5-star shards at this point in time? Take it slow and do the content. Don't try to get it fast unless you're willing to spend money. If you're willing to spend money, you'll get it fast. Otherwise, you have to go through the progression, and it takes a little bit. It's shorter now, and you can get 5 stars faster now than you could even a year ago. So you will get them pretty quickly, relatively speaking. But remember, when I started, there were no 5 stars. YouTube will never compensate you on an error they did. Nope, sure won't. Google is garbage. I had problems with them in the early days of AdSense. Are you saying you're Kabam Mike? Kabam Mike is a community leader. That's the kind of position they wanted me to have. I don't know whether Kabam or Mike, I don't know whether he has the programming knowledge. I don't know anything about his background. But what they wanted me to do is a position like that. And without any details, I have spoken with him as part of the CCP. Sometimes he puts out a message, and I break the message down and tell him why it's confusing to the layman. And I'm not the only one. You know, sometimes he'll say something and he's like, isn't that clear? I said, it's clear to us because we're technical. So we understand. Like when he made that comment about the AI, and he said no changes were made to the AI. Well, he was correct. But everybody saw the changes in the way the AI behaved. And so to them, the AI had changed. But what he was talking about was technically there were no changes made to the AI's logic or any of that. And the way that I can give you an example of what happened there is, say the AI, the main brain, uses a file that stores part of its memory, okay? And it uses that to behave in a certain way. And that file got corrupted by some other bug, causing the AI to behave differently because of that corruption. Well, the AI itself had not been changed. So that is correct. However, anyone else looking at it, seeing the AI behaving differently, will say, the AI has changed. You're crazy. What are you talking about? The AI hasn't changed. We're not stupid. We can see that the AI changed, but it was just the behavior that changed. But he wasn't talking about that. And I told him, I was like, you could have left this sentence and this sentence out and just said this and you would have been fine. I said, but I understood what he meant because I'm a programmer. And so when he said that, I'm like, okay, so he means that there were no code changes made to the AI. But clearly there is a bug because the AI is behaving differently. So they have to find out why it was behaving differently, given that they didn't make any changes to its code. Very, 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 very simple to me, you know? All right. Let me keep going here. Anyone know how to get any 5-star shards? Yeah, I think I already answered that. Google's company motto used to be, do no evil. They dropped that recently. Well, it's going to a stream with a streamer who responds. I think I already answered you, didn't I? Creeper? Yes, that's right. They did it a while back for the Civil War themed EQ. Anyone else see Kabam John kind of teasing a sentry buff on Twitter last week? I didn't. For your attackers. Ah, you meant for the attackers. Wouldn't mind that now. Just drop $100 and buy the 5-star deal. Yeah. Like I said, it money, that'll get you it fast. Magneto demolishes Cosmic Ghost Rider. I heard that. Gabe, what's up, man? Or is that Gabi? How you doing? Kabam needs to work on the game functions and slow down on adding stuff. The lag and the freezing plus dropped or not recognized inputs is getting out of hand, and I don't want next update to add on to it. The man Moses. This is where some of the business side that we don't know, because I don't know it either. But I've picked up a few things. We don't know what the nature of their deal with Marvel is. They may have committed in basically, let me give you a scenario. What if they said, okay, Marvel, we want the rights to create these characters. And they sat down with Marvel and they said, okay, Marvel said, if you're able to come out with these characters in a certain time frame, then you can have our rights. So they may be under pressure to be as quick as they're doing. So like you would say, well, they need to slow down. They may not be able to based on the nature of their agreement with Marvel. Remember, these are all Marvel properties, so they have to work with Marvel. Marvel has to give them permission. What would it affect their profit to slow down? We don't know. But they have people that do, these economic predictions and things like that. So we have no idea. They could not be able to slow down. And you see that they're talking about reworking champions on a more aggressive schedule. Don't know why, but it may have to do with the nature of their relationship with Marvel. There's a lot going on behind the scenes that we don't know and shouldn't know. As consumers of the product, this game, we shouldn't know those kinds of things. But as a business person, I'm very interested in knowing all that stuff. Hades says, I was a tech man myself, went back to coding years later. Cool. Never looked back. Yeah, not everybody loved it. I loved it, man. Lies, you stayed in college for an extra year so you could party. Hey, I did equal partying and studying. I often said that. I went to school for partly social reasons and education reasons. And I did both. I partied and I got an education. Edumacation. Boom, 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 boom. Who's your favorite champ? I really don't have a favorite champ. But I like Ghost. I like Corvus. I like Omega Red. I like Nick Fury. I like Spider-Man Stark Enhanced. There's several that I really enjoy. Based on what I'm doing, I may like one over the other. I love Warlock. So yeah, those are some of my favorites right now. All right, go. There we go. You died. What's up, man? Ghost Fade. What's up? Do the CCP members know what the buffs after Falcon and Gambit are? You mean after Falcon? We only know what they tell us. They will release some of that information to us so that we can look over it and give them feedback early on. And then we'll get the champions to play with on the server, the beta server. But we're not allowed to, discuss it until the embargo date. And then we'll come out with the videos and all of that. But until then, we're not even allowed to talk about it. We can't give you our opinion. If the buff was awesome, we can't say that yet. You know, we can't say, oh man, that buff is awesome. You guys can't, you just gonna wait. Can't do it. That's under NDA. So the only thing that we're allowed to do, and there was some question over whether we were even allowed to tell you guys we were under an NDA, but that's pretty much public knowledge. And so there's not that big of a problem there, but that's what we have to do. You know, you ask me, well, how's the Gambit buff looking? Can't tell you. All right. My favorite champ is Sunspot. Yeah, I gave you a list of some of my favorite champions. Woo! He tried to take me out with that heavy, but I took him out with my heavy. Bill Gates owned JavaScript on Windows 92 and still owns the format. Yeah, JavaScript or JScript or EMCA script is an actual language. JavaScript is the form that is in the web browser that the browsers interpret. Don't know if you guys knew that, but there's actual language, server side, for that language. MCA script, I believe, is what it was called, or is called. I don't know, I just find linked lists very confusing in C++. What's so confusing about them? You got linked lists, you can do circular linked lists where the tail points back to the head. Woo! Fun stuff, man. What you talking about, Ankit? But yeah, linked lists, you could even do them, you know, were you having trouble with the pointers? I remember, just to get you an idea of how much I was into it, there was a book on Java, and I read it, and they were talking about the smart pointers. And I actually engaged the author of the book, who wrote an addendum in one of the books. And I got my name in there. I'm not going to tell y'all what it was, though. And he gave me credit for that because smart pointers acted as if they had certain attributes to them. And I believe it had to do with a linked list. Because at the time I was trying to understand these smart pointers. You know, what made them different from just regular old pointers, you know? And as I was understanding it, I had a way that seemed very clear to me. Clearer than the way that he had explained it. And he agreed. It wasn't that he was incorrect. He just, you know, they both have pretty much same coding styles. Oh, yeah. The syntax is very, very similar. There's some differences, but they're very similar. There are plenty of champs like Groot and Daredevil that need buffs. Absolutely. I knew she was going to evade. 3% chance my booty. There we go. But I honestly think it would be cool for Black Panther Civil War and Civil War to be buffed down the line. They got crispy animations. I want OG Hulk to be buffed. I don't even have an OG Hulk as a 5-star. But I want OG Hulk to be buffed. Yeah, in the early years of online, internet was full of bugs. Yep. You remember. Silver Zealot, what's up, man? Early Python was used a lot, which was full of mistakes. Yeah, I never learned Python, but yeah, it was used heavily for web programming. Yeah, you guys are taking me back now. That's my area. My love. I use Dev-C and MySQL for their coding. I use MySQL as well. And Dev-C, wasn't that an embedded language for devices and things like that? I think that was one that we used for some of the embedded coding. But yeah, I used MySQL. Now, for MySQL on Kit, and they fixed this. Did you know that you would put a constraint? And I was so horrified by this, by the way. I wrote a constraint, not null. Okay. Now, MySQL at the time was considered the fastest little database, right? But they got that speed at a cost. So in SQL Server, if you say a field is, put a constraint on it to be not null, if you try to put data, or rather, if you try to submit and create a record where those fields are blank, you get an error. That's about data integrity, okay? That's why you put the constraints, because you don't want records that are, not null. And if they are, that are null. And if they are, then that means that whoever was creating the records needs to fix something. But in MySQL, when you create it, and like I said, it's not that way now, but in MySQL, what did they do when you told it the field not null? It put random information in it. I found that out the hard way because I've set up the constraints, and then I would create records and I check for the errors, and I never got any errors. My records always were added to the database. And then when I went back to look, I'm like, what is this? Where did this come from? That's what they did. Now they fixed that. You beat variant 4 this weekend. You died. Congratulations, man. Anthony, good afternoon, sir. How you doing? I am so far back in the chat, it's not even funny. I'm a good 10 minutes behind, guys. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Let me catch up. 100% variant 3 was actually so easy when I waited for a much better roster to go into it. Yes, waiting helps. Apart from some absolutely horrible paths, I blasted through it. The power game path was a nightmare. I did that with Ghost with some power boosts. She ripped it apart. Just don't cross the red, green, and blue wires with black and gray. Wow. Mohammed, what's up, man? Relentless says the AI feels better. I like that. I can bait specials. Yeah. In 20 seconds instead of the all or nothing. Yeah, you shouldn't have any of the all or nothings anymore. Pretty sure gray is negative and positive and black is ground. Any cross wires is Ghostbuster taboo. Yep, don't cross the streams. Never put your email address on any application. I have an email address that I use, or several of them, for stuff like that if I don't want to get spammed. Pedro, what's up? Still no Doom, but I did get a 5-star Human Torch. Woo, there it is. And Red Guardian. I would take that. Then decided to open my 6-star Crystal and got Human Torch. Wow. Had to take him up to rank 2 last rank up event. Whew. I haven't done my opening yet. I will do my opening after the stream. Skulking Skulls, what's up, man? How you doing? Lawrence, what's going on, man? I'm doing good. Just trying to catch up on this chat. Kabam won't like to make contracts void with Marvel agreements happen all the time. Yeah. You're one of the smartest guys I know. Not me. Not that smart. Nick Fury's such a beast. Dude gets me through Act 6. I love Nick Fury. I guess since Otrix was doing CCP. Oh, well, what do you mean? Didn't Otrix he did data mining, didn't he? I think I may have to shoot for Thronebreaker. Been seeing some great rewards. Yeah, I have too. Skulking Skulls, what do you mean, huh? So we have narrowed down the 5K cutoff. I got last round with 22.5. I'm putting up like 22, but some people are saying they got it with 20 million. So, don't know yet. Didn't Bill Gates buy Windows from someone else originally in the 1980s who didn't think it was commercially viable product? Maybe that or DOS. I think it was DOS. There was a lot of wheeling and dealing. Bill Gates, by the way, was not a programmer. He was a businessman. And without that, he combined himself, and I forgot the guy's name, with the programmers. And yeah, there was a lot of wheeling and dealing. Cyber Monday, you will have your chance for fully formed T5. Hopefully for units. Hopefully. Also, Microsoft were the kings of copying others' products, but doing it better. Not always. If you look at Xbox 360 and compare it to the buttons on the PlayStation controller, you can see it's a troll. They have done that, but they're also the king of monopolizing things, making backroom deals that were illegal. They got taken to court. See, I have major issues. I ain't going to go into it with Microsoft's business practices. If they had a product that was not superior, what they ended up doing was trying to buy that product. And if they couldn't buy the product out so they could kill it, they would then, instead of making their product just better, they would saturate the market, make deals so that people couldn't even use the others. They engaged in illegal practices to maintain a monopolistic power. And that's what the court said, but that's what I experienced. You know, I could tell you stories of companies where I went and they were like, we can't use that product because we have an exclusive deal with Microsoft. So even though that product is the best for what we're doing, we can't because Microsoft doesn't have they have a competing product, even though it's not as good. Link lists are very big to understand. Oh, I like them. Yeah. Look at, I don't know if you remember WordPerfect. Everybody knows about Microsoft Word, right? Do you know about WordPerfect? WordPerfect was superior to Word. But slowly but surely, they tried to buy them out, and then they started making their suite. And remember, Microsoft already had a monopoly in the operating system sphere. Oh yeah, they already got, it's a matter of public record. They've already gotten, but it didn't change anything. That's why I like you, Shadow. Buff OG Hulk. You know it, man. 57. What's 57, Hades? Yeah, I used him to run infinite loops a lot. Ooh, I love infinite loops. In MS-DOS also. AOL Doom. America Online. Oh, man. Yep. Telephones really invented the internet and fiber optic cables. Ghost Dog. Woo-hoo. What's up, man? I'm catching up, man. I'm getting closer. Just got my second 5-star early morning yesterday, around 2 or 3, Proxima midnight, and I'm about to rank 2 Pyramid X. I like Storm Pyramid X. So have fun, man. Bill Gates bought the pre-Windows from Xerox. It was the operating system of their copiers and not thought to be much use beyond copiers. All right. I kind of remember that. I'll understand if you time me out. Wow. WordPerfect and Picture Paint. You remember it. Hey. Call someone 57. Clutch turkey. All right. Finally, I'm caught up. Man. Chat got away from me for real. All right. Let's get back now. Let's grab you and let's grab you. Yeah, man. That was an epic ending. I'm not gonna lie. I thought Ghost Dog had it. Oh, man. You did ask for that, the man Moses. You sure did. But man, I was rooting for Ghost Dog. And I knew Ghost Dog had that. Ghost Dog knew he had it. I was like, ILAC just needs to get a bunch of zeros. And he did. And it looked like Ghost Dog had that in the bag. The only way. And he got it. That was epic. I was sitting there. The look on my face probably looked like what Ghost Dog looked like when he saw it. I was like, oh, no freaking way. I was like, there is no way that just happened. That was epic, though, man. We need a tangent war, LordShaedow versus contest champion. We both can go on some tangents, man, especially if you get me talking about tech. Woo! I will talk your ear off about some tech now. That's my field. I'm a technophile. That's a lover of tech for you guys that don't know. Love it, love it, love it, man. And that was my field. And see, I used to read books, read magazines, read news articles to keep up with everything that was going on in my field. So I had a lot of knowledge of the goings on, some of the backroom deals that Microsoft made. Folks talked about it. You know, somebody that was working. I'll give you an example. And this happened in, what was it? 2001. Okay. On Kit. All right. Take care, man. I'm about to start a meeting in 10 minutes, so I'll have to step out of lurk mode for a while. Okay. Cool, man. TMM, I'm glad you understand it. I remember back in the 80s, we had Computer Lab, Oregon Trail was the bomb stock up on ammo and meds type run where it says command, and that was the best 10 minutes a 10-year-old could have. Yeah, he had crazy dumb luck. That was crazy. Yeah, Big Blue sure did. He called it. Big Blue was, and he was like, and that's going to be the best comeback story. He said it. Big Blue said it. Justice for Moses. Oh man. All right, so check this out. Back in 2001, I had just gotten laid off. It was like later in 2001. I had gotten laid off from my job, and so I was doing some contracting. And I was contracting with this company called Radiant Systems. They programmed the pay at the pump. And if you're in Georgia, you know, the little kiosk at the AMC theaters, they programmed all of those. And I contracted with them for just a couple of months. And one of the things that I saw, they were a C++ shop, okay? And they had need of a graphical user interface to be built. And so I'm like, okay, well, at the time there was a C++ builder that was beautiful. It worked great. If you guys are familiar with, what is it? Access and Fox Pro and all of those, you could design the GUI, graphical user interface, and it just was done. Visual Basic might be the one that you're familiar with, and it was great. Okay, so C++ Builder was beautiful, and they were a C++ shop. So I went to my boss and I was like, okay, you're assigning me this. What about using C++ Builder to get this done? And he was like, we can't use it. He said, you're right. That would be the optimal choice, but we can't because we have a contract with Microsoft and we're not allowed to use a competing product. Now, Microsoft didn't have a C++ product, but they did have a competing product. So what did we have to do? We had to use Microsoft's Visual Basic to create the GUI interface. Then we created the dynamic link libraries, the DLLs, using C++. And we used Visual C++, and that's how we had to do it. It was ridiculous. And it was also illegal of them to do that. And that's how they killed off a lot of competition. Big Blue, modern day prophet. Man, he sure did call it. And who would have thought that he was right? GUIs and WYSIWYG, what you see is what you get. You know it, man. No, I never worked for Microsoft. But I worked in Microsoft shops. where they had exclusive contracts and couldn't use anything else but Microsoft products, or else they would lose a lot of their benefits. That's how Microsoft did. And it was illegal. But by the time they got taken to court for it, didn't really matter. It would have done the industry more harm. And that is what they did. They basically were like a leech. They dug themselves in so deep that to remove them would have caused more damage than just letting them stay. And so that's what they did. So that's why you don't have a lot of the products that I used to use that were superior to anything Microsoft came out with. Don't have them anymore. And the reason that the World Wide Web is in the state that it's in, and if you're a web developer, you know what I'm talking about, where you have to deal with all these different standards and protocols and why the browsers have to handle all kind of different things, is because of the war largely between Microsoft and Netscape. Netscape was battling for its very life, okay? And because that was all Netscape did. Netscape did the browser. That was their main product, their main moneymaker. Microsoft approached them, wanted to buy them out. They refused. This is their livelihood and this is what they wanted to do. So Microsoft took Internet Explorer, which was not popular, and they bundled it into their operating system, which already had a monopoly. So now people who got Windows also got a browser. People who didn't know anything about the internet now saw that they had a browser. Why are you going to buy a browser when you already have one that comes with your operating system that works? No reason. This was part of their tactics to get rid of Netscape, to choke them financially, make them no longer financially viable. And even though Internet Explorer wasn't as good as Netscape by any means, even though it had all kind of bugs in it and everything, it came with the operating system, and it was the only browser that a lot of people knew, and a lot of people were not going to purchase it. Netscape had to, they got bought out by another company. I think it was Corel. If I remember, no. Sun, I think, bought them in order for them to survive. And you heard of Firefox? I know you guys heard of Firefox. Netscape, that code base and everything, they turned over a lot of it to the community, the free community. And that's where Firefox came from. Oh yeah, lot of history, and Microsoft had a lot to do with that history. Capitalism will crush. Internet cannot survive because of legalities and monopolies. We need Big Blue versus Legacy Crystal Prediction War. Wow. Oh my God, I'm out of school. Time for me to grind. Go, Laren Lane, go! I've been trying to 100% Act 426, but stuck on health regeneration and Magneto. Ooh. I don't have the chance to put enough damage. Tank Crewman. It's permanent content. If you're not able to do it at this time, take a break. Go build your roster up. Do other content. And then come back for it. I tended to do just that. By the time I went to do the content, I usually had the largest, roster that could take it. I didn't do Realm of Legends for a while. And other folks were like, man, you got the roster to do Realm of Legends, why don't you do it? I said, I do? Did they revert arena changes? I'm fighting non-thing but Kang. Yeah. The AI should be back. The AI should not have changed. And I've seen no change in the AI. Well, let me say it this way. There were two changes that were made to the arena. There was changes made to the AI, making it more aggressive, and you can bait out specials. And there was also a change to the matchmaking system. They reverted the matchmaking system changes, but they left the AI changes, and they're still in there. Finding that fighting nameless Thanos with suicides on is proving to be very challenging. Debating if I want to spend 100 units to switch them off for a profile pic. Do you know I haven't done any of that? Probably won't. Personally, I don't think Facebook should have been able to purchase Instagram and Snapchat. Yeah, see, there used to be companies, or there's supposed to be, what was it, the FCC? Supposed to monitor things like that. And they're supposed to get approval. And, monopolies like Microsoft, they don't mind competition as long as that competition isn't really that viable. They would keep some competition around that wasn't really competition so that they could say, hey, look, we're not a monopoly. You've got alternatives. Let me ask you something. You're going to put anything other than Windows on your computer? The only people that would say, yeah, we'll put something else are techie people like me. I was running Linux on my on one of my computers. So I ran like Linux and Windows and all of that. Most people aren't doing that. So they had a monopoly. Most people only knew about Windows. And then you had all the developers who they worked with. And developers wrote games and everything for Windows. They weren't writing a lot of that for Linux. So Microsoft could point at Linux and say, hey, there's competition. But they weren't really. Now, in the server arena, they were definitely competition for Microsoft. As a server, Linux servers definitely compete. Easily. But for desktop, there are some distributions that tried to help things out, but more or less, if you're a techie, yeah. That's when you did all that stuff. Sun Microsystems, yes. Firefox was Java-free internet. What do you mean, Hades? Is that what they were called before they were called Firefox? Woo! Because even now, if you go to the code, because you know they have their source code is free. They still have a branch in their code repository. Netscape uses the same, I think the trunk. It's been a while since I've looked at it, but yeah. Is TMM back yet? I don't know. The man Moses, are you back? Google enters the scene and destroyed Yahoo. Yeah, Google came out of no place, boy. Yahoo struggles and Firefox dies upon Google entrance, man. Google came out like gangbusters. Back in the day, you didn't have Google to search. You had Alta Vista, Hasta La Vista. There were all kind of searches. You had Gopher. None of them could compete when Google came on the scene.
Why are you guys so obsessed with me?
But yeah, Google came in like gangbusters. Drip too hot. Welcome to the shadows. You are our latest shadow dweller. The man Moses still messing around, man. Leave him alone. The Lord of Fire, what's up? Competition keeps them top. Good, healthy competition is necessary for what we want in the marketplace. And it's better for us. Without fail, most businesses that achieve a monopoly, they no longer have competition. They're not good to their customers because they want to make money. And if they don't have competition to worry about, they're going to set the price to whatever they think they can get away with. And if you don't have any other option, it's either buy it or don't. So yeah. Are the rank 3 champs same worthy as the rank 4 for points in the arena? Yeah, they're fine. You get you get slightly more points the higher the ranking, but they add up. So if you had, for example, if you had all rank 3 champs, and say you had 50 all rank 3 champs, and I had 50 all rank 5 champs, we will grind the same amount, but I will do more with my champs because they do get more points. I don't remember how much more. It's not individually significant, but collectively, it will make a difference. All right, let's get this girl down. We got to pay attention a little bit here because we're fighting Groot against Guillotine 2099. Woo, woo. All I'm trying to do is back up. Can I back up? Boom, shakalaka. Wow, what is with the... I don't get what is with that. Okay. Whee. I was having trouble parrying. Linux for the win. You know it, man. Wolf, what's up, man? Good afternoon to you as well. Rank 4 is a bit harder to rank. Should rank 3 for more points. If you have champions that are not ranked 3 yet, unless you have a specific reason to take a champion up to rank 4, I would say get all your champs to rank 3. It's going to take a while. I've been working on that since before you could rank 5 a champion. And I'm almost there. I've got, I think, 3 champions now left at rank 2. But what happens? I get new champions, and then I'm like, okay, well, I got to get them up there. I have, I think, Kamala Khan, Netflix Daredevil, and Elektra. I think those are the only rank 2s that I currently have. But then I got Red Goblin. And so this last level up, I took him up. It was a cosmic advancement. I had to do it. So I took him up to rank 3. And I don't have any more resources. So I still have those 3 at rank 2. Now the next level up, if I can get enough T1 alphas and T4 basics, I might be able to take up a few more of them. I don't have any cosmic catalysts left because of the rank up with Red Goblin. So I can't take Kamala Khan up right now. But that is a goal of mine, to have them all at, ooh, that's right. To have them all up there. Speaking of Red Goblin, where are you? He's got a synergy with Venom. And then we also have King Groot, who also has a synergy with Venom. Yep. Little things like that amuse me and please me, because I did have Venom in another team, but I was able to rearrange my teams. And so now, Red Goblin, King Groot, I didn't really, well, Red Goblin I was going to use with Venom as soon as I saw. And King Groot, I just would throw him in because I didn't have anybody else really. I started using Venom with King Groot, but then I didn't have a third, so I would just throw in a third. So I was very happy to see that Red Goblin had a synergy. I don't even know what it is. Don't know what it does. I just like it. Hit Monkey is like a mini Corvus. Yeah, I've heard that. I won't time you out a second time, but your doom is on a shelf on a boat in the middle of nowhere. Wow. Google came out of Firefox? Oh, that's what you meant. Gotcha. See, I just got the no champs bug in chat. My profile was 1-star Spidey. Yeah, I've heard that. When I rebooted, it showed all my profile pics and my 500 plus champs as new. Wow. But yeah, I have heard that. Ask Jeeves. Yes, that was another search. But it was funny. I mean, we have some search engines. You know, we now have DuckDuckGo, you know, Bing, all that. But Google dominated so much that you have Google in the dictionary now. It's actually a verb. I Googled it. It's actually in the dictionary. None of the other search engines did that. Google spent a large sum of their worth on cell phone tech. Yeah. Void King, what's up? See, they competed with HTC and Chinese cell phone companies. Yeah, those Chinese cell phone companies, tough competitors. Talk about copying and improving. They were really good at it. And they turn around and have it cheap. Woo! Red Goblin. Apple modestly came from the dead with smartphones after Google had a semi-monopoly on the phone industry. Enter Steve Jobs. Yeah. I remember, what was it? The BlackBerry. Remember that? The BlackBerry was used largely by companies. You don't really hear about them so much anymore. They got dominated. All right, let's see. What? You? And where are you, Rhino? In economic terms, a monopoly is only really good for the consumer in the way firms can use their abnormal profits on innovation, which can accelerate the pace of technological change compared to perfect competition markets. True. Sadly, the reality is that when monopolies are formed, the companies frequently don't do things that are good. They stop being innovative because they don't have that drive to become so. Give you an example. Do you guys know of a company called AMD? And have you heard of Intel? Well, Intel dominated. They had the monopoly. Okay? There was no competition for them, right? But along comes a company nobody had even heard of, came out of left field, called AMD. And they came out, if I remember correctly, with the first gigabyte processor. Beat Intel. But very soon after AMD came out with their gigahertz, Intel did too. Do you know what that means? It means that Intel could have, we don't know how long ago Intel could have done it, but they had no incentive to. If they could get by with the slower machines, and that's what the consumers had, and that's all that they had, they didn't have anything else, then they would milk that for as long as they could. And then maybe, you know, in another year or two, but they had very little. But once AMD did that, suddenly Intel was in a frenzy, and we had innovation after innovation, AMD, Intel going back and forth. I remember because I used to build computers. I built all my computers except this current one. But I've built all my own computers. And what they started doing, part of the competition, they changed things so that you could no longer use the same motherboard. You used to be able to use the same motherboard, drop in an Intel or an AMD processor in it, no problem. But that competition got Intel because they lost a lot of their share, their market share, to AMD. And so they started doing things like that because AMD weren't as large as Intel. But AMD fought back, and they started coming out with their own. They built their own manufacturers, their own motherboards, and everything like that. And oh yeah, let me tell you, that was some fun stuff to live through. So when I was going to build a new computer, I had a choice now. I was like, AMD or Intel? Sometimes I went Intel. Now, early on, AMD had some issues with overheating. I remember I went to build it and I did not put the CPU fan on right away. I just wanted to see if it powered up. So I turned it on, watched it power up, turned it off. Just that fast, I blew out the CPU. Just that fast. It was ridiculous, but I was able to return it because I had just bought it that same day. And so I was able to return it, and this time I was careful. Now that was, in the early days, they had that issue. Say all this to Apple. To me, they are a monopoly and need to be breakup. I don't like Apple's business practices. I'll tell you that. Their philosophy. Same thing with Microsoft. Any recommendations on who would be best to beat that Reg Magneto? Remind me of the Node tank crewman. Because remember, when I faced it, I didn't have to worry about that. So remind me of the nodes. It's about a 5K split from rank to rank. So around 40K. Hold on. 40K for 565. 33K. There we go. For a 455 and 30K for a 345. Okay. These are estimates. You can go above or below depending on PI and SIG level. Okay, yeah, and see, that all adds up. Let's see, Bing tried hard. Yeah, they did. Bing did try. From a digital marketing perspective, Bing is awful compared to Google. Yeah, I don't think I've ever. The only time I use Bing is by accident when something forced a change to my search engine that I didn't know about. And then I went to do a search and it was Bing. And I'm like, what is this? That's the only time I ended up using it. BlackBerry got bought out by AT&T. AT&T got bought out by Sprint. Okay. That's where it went. And Google owns Sprint now. So funny. So hard to keep up. They built hard drives. Yeah. AMD. Now they have their graphics cards. But yeah. Yeah, technological products always try to use price skimming for as long as possible to milk those early adopters. Yep. Cable internet companies are the same way. Yeah. They always say coax internet is limited, but when fiber came along, suddenly coax was able to expand. Exactly. That is how they do business. May not agree with it, but that is how they do business. Sucks, but it's our reality. And right now, in my area, I can't get fiber. AT&T fiber is in areas around me. I got relatives that live close by that have AT&T fiber, but I can't get it. There's an area here that AT&T has not come to, and I'm pretty sure it's because of Comcast. Because you can be sure, with the problems that we were having with Comcast Xfinity, I would have jumped over to that AT&T fiber so fast. But I don't have an option. There's actually no option other than Xfinity right now in my area. And I believe they want to keep it that way to protect their profits because they know. A lot of us would switch if we had a choice. I think Bing could be useful for targeting the older demographic who don't know what Chrome is. Hey, I'm older. Lawrence Clark. I'm sure you mean the older, non-tech savvy folks. %300 health. Regenerates 1% permanently. Those are the nodes. Okay. Then you want one of two things. You want someone that does a lot of damage so they can out damage the regen, or you want someone that can prevent the regen. And there's quite a few champions that can do that. Now Magneto just recently got a rework, so some champions will have a harder time dealing with him if they're metal. So if you have on your roster a non-metal champion that can heal block or heal reduce, then you should be okay. Is Captain America Infinity War metal? Hold up. So Captain America Infinity War isn't metal, and if you put a tech on your team, you can, every parry, it will put a petrify. I believe it's a tech. It'll put a petrify, and that can work for you. Oh man, I wasn't paying attention and I grabbed the wrong person. Hold on. Oh wait, no. Did I? No. Okay, we're good. Let me do that now. I was fighting Agent Venom, and I thought I had chosen Agent Venom because I knew I was close to where I was going to choose him. By older, I meant like 70 or 90. Okay. That's okay then. I'm not anywhere there yet. All right, hold on. Okay. In the UK, the government gives big subsidies to telecom companies to increase the speed and coverage of broadband. Wish they'd do that here. In areas where fiber isn't around, cable internet is more expensive. How is it legal if they offer the speeds? That's why these companies have lobbyists to keep it that way. Exactly. Now, the fiber that would come here, like Google Fiber as well as AT&T Fiber, they're offering even faster speeds. If they were allowed, they would crush Xfinity in this area. If they offered faster speeds, more reliable, for even just a slight increase in the price, they'd kill him. Cap isn't metal. Yeah, he's not metal, so he would work. Try with my 3-star Void, but his damage output wasn't enough. I don't have Captain America. Oh boy. Well, that's the kind of thing you want to look for. You know, you want to look for a champion that's not metal, but you can use a champion that's metal. Just know that they're going to have a disadvantage against Magneto. Void can do it. However, you'd have to play really slow, because that 1% regen, not going to be a whole lot. But if your 3-star Void could do it, but it'll be a long fight, and you're probably going to end up using resources. The other thing, of course, that you can do, which I know you probably don't want to hear, is just wait until you have a stronger and more options, so that you're not dealing with that fight and it's not as annoying with you. Okay, I just ranked 2 Storm Pyramid X. Time to level up. Awesome, man. I love her. I keep wanting to take her up, but then I got other people that I'm taking up. Uh-oh, we got Jam. Oh, Jam. Jam, Teddy, jam for me, yeah. What's up, Jam? That's a good question, Anthony. You want to, if you can, max out Despair. Max out Despair, and your 3-star Void, Awakened, Sig 99 should rock that fight, but it will take a little bit more time. Slimzilla, what is up? Situation like that, the smaller company, Xfinity, files a stay in court. It gives them time to upgrade their stuff so that Verizon doesn't completely put them out of business. Yeah, I have a feeling that I should check and see if they've done that, because they, like I said, it's available in the areas surrounding us. I don't know how far it goes, but like I said, I had a family member or a friend of the family who was close by to us saying, you guys should get AT&T fiber. And I'm like, I would love to, because you remember when I was having all those problems with the internet? They were like, you should switch to Google to AT&T fiber. It's awesome. We've had it for a while now. And I'm like, what? And my sister was like, yeah, might we should look into it. And I was like, the last time I checked, we didn't have that as an option. And we checked, still don't have it as an option. No points in Despair. I do have a 5-star Silver Surfer rank 4, but I don't know if he will work. Yeah, you want to have points in Despair. It helps a ton if you're going to use Void. It helps a ton anyway. Points in Despair are never a waste. I have points in Despair. The only reason that I don't have it maxed out right now is because I started using Nick Fury. And so I maxed out my Deep Wounds. That was the better use of my points there. Other than that, before I started using Nick Fury, I always maxed out Despair. And yeah, it would help. It would help. You're back. What happened earlier? What do you mean, George? I don't think I ever went down. Did I? Shadow, I just took Medusa to rank 5 as my 8th rank 5. She's definitely still an old gem. I don't regret it. No, shouldn't. I was going to take my Medusa up to rank 5, but kept getting Cosmic Champions. Like I got the 6-star Corvus. So you know I wasn't taking up Medusa to rank 5 before I took Corvus to rank 2. And now that he's rank 2, I'm like, okay. Didn't have the catalyst. Then I got enough catalyst, and I ended up taking somebody else up. I forget who it was. But then now I had 2 catalysts and Cosmic. And then I grinded for Red Goblin. And I just took him up to rank 3. I had to open up tier 4 class catalyst fragment crystals. I only have like 20 of those left, but I got another Cosmic out of it so that I was able to take him to rank 3. Now I don't have any. So if I do get Cosmic Ghost Rider, if I go for him in the arena and get him, I don't have the resources to take him up past 2 for a little while. So, yeah, Medusa is still rank 4. You were going okay on my side? Okay. You think she'll ever be a 6-star? I don't know. I am also in an area with surrounding fiber. Was told they aren't deploying new fiber and are moving towards 5G and mesh networking. Okay. Fair enough. All right. Let me see. Yep. All right, guys. It's about that time. We're at 2.5 hours, and I promised my sister that I would spend time with her today. Let's see who's streaming. All right, I see Solar Flare is streaming. Let's see who else is streaming. Let me refresh, make sure. All right, so let's run over to Solar Flare for a little raid.
I mean, that's really the only other.
Yep, there we go. I'm there right now. So if you guys would join me, don't forget to hit the like button before you leave if you enjoyed the video, the stream, because that does help me out. But here's a link to Solar Flare, hashtag Out of the Shadows. He's a really cool guy, by the way. I was in his stream for a little bit and was chatting with him, and he's really cool. So join me over there for a little bit. Give him a sub. He's new, up and coming. So take care. I will be doing that crystal opening later on today after I get a little break in the arena. Once I get done with my 6 stars, I'll make the video, and you'll have it probably in the next couple of hours. But take care, and you all have a blessed day.